their sort of theory of victory, I mean, they just want to survive, right? They want to endure, and they're trying to create so much economic chaos in the region that the Gulf states and maybe the markets will put pressure on the administration, to end the war in the short term. Because, as you know, like many of these Gulf states, if you look at a country like the UAE, their future economic model is sort of premised on the idea that they are safe and stable.
That their airport works, for example.
Yeah,
the
but
hotels are like,
they have, they're trying to they're spending hundreds of billions of dollars to persuade the frontier AI companies to set up some of the most strategically sensitive and necessary frontier data centers, like in their country. And one of those data centers, the Amazon one, was attacked the other day. So what message does that send? So I think the Iranians are sort of counting on, because they can't sort of win a narrow military fight, they're sort of counting on the enlarging of this war bringing pressure to bear on the Trump administration.
So, I mean, I understand that logic. That does sort of presume that the Iranians are acting in a more cohesive way, as opposed to they can't really communicate with their local commanders, this so-called mosaic structure where local commanders with missiles are just launching them at whatever targets they can actually hit. And that means nearer by, GCC, not hardened, because they can get through.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely some of that because of the compromised nature of the command and control, Israeli and US penetration of their communications. So I think all of that is true, and I'm not trying to make out that it's a super sophisticated strategy, but I think there is a plan there, and their plan, has been, because some people have, noted initially that attacking other countries just creates a bigger coalition against you, so it seems irrational. But I think there is a logic there to it, and how long the Gulf Arab states can sustain this as they cycle through their air defense, like interceptors and other munitions, I think is an open question.